Coming up in this week's episode, we step foot on one of the most remotest places on Earth.
So this is the Minerva Reef, and we're actually standing in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The passage to New Zealand starts with a bang.
And life on board becomes intolerable.
I wish I could just swear on YouTube effing blind and everything and just turn stuff over in the boat and just smash windows and stuff.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a good night.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful day. Before we start, Alexia, hopefully you can hear this. Probably your last Minerva radio. Enjoy your trip.
The Minerva Reefs are a group of 2 submerged atolls located in the Pacific Ocean between Fiji and Tonga. The North Reef, where we were anchored, is 3.8 miles in length by 3.6 miles wide, and it's a great place to rest up while waiting for a weather window to head south to New Zealand. This is like swimming pool water.
It's incredible. So blue.
It's mad, isn't it?
Right in the middle of the Pacific.
Supposed to be able to walk somewhere on this reef, but where?
Not now.
There's nowhere to walk around here.
We don't want to go any further because we don't want to get into trouble.
Bommies at the bottom of the dinghy.
It's an incredible place. The watercolour is absolutely sensational.
Yeah,
I'll get
mad.
the GoPro, the camera water in there. I'm going to go over a quick tip.
Yeah.
Have a little look.
Yeah. Coming here with good weather and wasn't too many waves, then quite flat in here. I've seen it online, quite flat and nice.
Yeah, we saw the old sea dog.
You can stand on the reef, you can walk on
Standing
it.
the reef.
But the swell's way too big today for that. What an incredible place, right in the... Well, it's not in the middle of the Pacific, but it's in the middle of nowhere.
Good morning, everybody. I think we've been here for about 3 or 4 days now. I'm just shocked because I can see the reef. 3 or 4 days, and we are getting itchy and desperate to go. Today, though, this morning, we're up quite early because it's low tide, and we're going to join a group of people from the anchorage here who have organised a walk on the reef. So we're going to get to walk on the reef. How exciting is that?
A bit of a dinky race, but we're going to lose. This is our max speed. Well, we go faster.
The faster we go, the more wet I get. Making our way over now. It's a mile dinghy ride, so a couple of hours in our dinghy.
It's like a community event.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of dinghies going over.
This is the moon. It's really wet.
Yeah. How cool is this?
So this is the Minerva Reef, and we're actually standing in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, just on a reef. It's quite incredible. It's like, never been to the moon, but it's almost like it's moon sort of rock. It's weird, isn't it?
But we expected it to be dry, and it's not. It's like ankle deep everywhere.
But what an experience. You won't be able to experience this again. Well, we might be able to if we come back around this way, but we shall see.
I mean, I was kind of lost with that in 4 hours. We got 14
This is a sea cucumber. Put your hand next to it, Ed, for definition.
float along the reef. This is the open ocean in the Pacific. Amazing is that? I didn't think you'd be able to walk on the reef here today.
Fish in the water.
Get stuck. Hide in there.
Listen.
No, it looks like a fish.
Is it a fish? Oh yeah.
Unless an eel has it in its mouth.
Is it an eel?
No, it's a fish, but I think he might be dead.
It doesn't look very healthy.
No, I think he's just hiding from you.
That's not hiding.
Look at these fish here. Loads of fish here. Look at that.
Whoa, check that out. It's sea.
We're not making a run for it. They're all running.
That's insane.
There's this bit of coral.
I'll go in the shadow by here, it'll be fine.
Oh, we don't mind. I mean, it's...
We visited a neighbouring boat for a visualisation of the weather, as there was talk around the reef there might be a weather window to go down to New Zealand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can pick it up easily.
come here in the shadow, that's fine. You can have a look on the lappy then. I'll run through it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I'll go from 12 till 12.
Just call out the days where you're on.
Tuesday, today 12 o'clock.
Windy then, isn't it?
Windy,
Look at, I bet guess the centre of the lows here.
yeah, it starts coming over then. A bit of a hole, but then there's a change maybe coming in from the west there.
What
It's
is
too
that?
far away now.
What is that change from the west? Is that the bottom of the low? High?
That is... We are leaving the Minerva Reef. We've been here for 5 days. Anchored up here in this amazing reef in the middle of nowhere. It's been lovely, but we're starting to go potty. Because just... it's very isolated here, even though there's another 16 boats here. Anyway, today we're leaving and we're heading to New Zealand. Just zoom out on the chart plotter. Sorry there's light on the screen. We're heading to Whangarei, all the way down here. It's 810 miles. The wind, all important wind. For the next, I'd say 3 days, it's a southeasterly, blowing up like this. So we're going to be pretty much hard on the wind and the weather the first 3 days, and then I think it's going a bit more east. Should be able to ease the sheets a bit more. We're hoping to get to our destination within 7 days. That would be perfect. We'll be leaving in about an hour's time with the rest of the fleet. It's going to be one big race.
Just about to bring the anchor up in a couple of minutes, and nervous about this one. I always say that, but particularly nervous about this one. We know we're going to have strong winds. We're going out and there's strong winds out there, like 25-30 knots, hopefully not 30 knots, but we know it's going to be not very nice sailing for 7-8 days, but we have to get to New Zealand, and this is the goodish weather window we've seen, so we're going to go for it. Got about 20 knots at the moment. It's quite bumpy. About some large breaking waves on the front, going BAM! And scaring the absolute crap out of us, to be honest, but it's okay. Tightish onto the wind. Angle's quite good, to be honest. It's not doing too bad. We're gonna have 3 days of this, and then the wind will go easterly, so hopefully we won't be so close all. We probably will be, but it's looking okay, you know.
Waves have got really steep within the last half an hour. We're struggling a little bit, keep hitting them. They keep slowing us right down and knocking us off course. It's only just started happening, so maybe it's just this part of the sea. It's nice now, smooth. You get them. Still really choppy and cold. Have to get some gear on tomorrow. Nearly shivering. The wind is really cold. Sea temperature's dropped. The wind is coming off a cold sea. Good morning, everyone. But I look tired. Pretty tired today. Didn't get much sleep last night. About 3 AM we put a third reef in the main. So it was absolutely blowing a hoolie, and we are beating the boat up. We're just sailing into this weather and into the waves. It's going to continue like this. Today's Friday. Today and Saturday, and looks like Saturday night we may be getting high 20s, low 30s, and there's no way on earth we can ever even consider trying to beat upwind in that. Any boat of any size will struggle in that. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to generally pick up on Saturday, 22, 23, 24, 25 knots. And Saturday night's the worst. If it gets too bad, we'll just be pushed off course. We'll be sailing across the wind, and then we'll have the seas on the beam, which isn't good, so we may just heave to Saturday night. But that's it. It's Friday today, so we'll see what happens with that. Luke was panicking last night, wondering whether we should have left or not. We left with all the fleet.
Made up our own mind.
Couldn't stay in the reef any longer because everyone was leaving, and we'll just run out of water. The weather window, it's not good to get down to New Zealand. It's just beating into weather. They say gentlemen don't sail to weather, and you can see why.
we have reduced sail today because Atlas was slamming on the front so much. It was laying downstairs and it was vibrating the whole boat, sounded absolutely awful. Just thought it just didn't feel right, so we had to reduce sail to go a little bit slower to reduce the slamming. Because we believe we want to get there safely, but we're going to look after the boat first. And if you look after the boat, she'll look after you. If you don't look after the boat, something's going to go wrong and then she can't look after you.
The ocean drowns the decks as the drains struggle to drink the salty bubbles. Staring through the crystal-covered glass as the ocean swallows up your troubles. Beat into weather with tortured sails, so hard damn she tries. Picked up and slammed on the ocean bound as she creaks, screams and cries.
Got a weather forecast just now off our Garmin InReach. Get a basic weather off that, and today is going to be southeast until 11 o'clock. Pretty much 22 to 24, 25. This afternoon is going east southeast and remaining east southeast, gusting 25, possibly a few more gusts stronger than that.
Doesn't sound like much, does it?
No. And remain like that overnight and into Sunday morning. But it's not that strong, but if you're running down with it, that's fantastic, it'll be great. You know, you just run on twin head sails, you'll be absolutely flying. But because we're trying to keep course, we're having to have these seas just forward of the beam at the minute. And that's increasing the wind, and then we're just going into all that sea. So everything's just coming over Atlas, all the waves are just going boom and filling, going crazy. So that's what makes it much worse. I put that storm jib on yesterday, ready, so I'm gonna hoist it after breakfast. I've literally got a tiny patch of Genoa out, not doing anything, so it's just gonna run on the triple reef main and the Hank-on storm jib.
"25, 26 knots of wind." Okay, not a good idea to be filming. Well, we just took a massive wave over Atlas, filled the cockpit and soaked the chart table on my bed. Oh, my bed's soaked, look. I'll put that door on, I think.
We'll have to get in.
Cockpit drains are working.
Can the eagle-eyed viewer see that our oven is not moving? We've actually locked
Smash it to pieces.
We've actually locked it down in place, and it was smashing itself to pieces. It was hitting itself there on here. That's how much it was coming up. It's coming up to here and going bam on there, because the waves are making a thing. We've got a lock on the back, so we've locked it into place so it can't move and smashing itself to pieces. Sit down a bit, son. Hadn't usual position, but it's cut this time.
Morning all, 7:45 in the morning, Sunday. Last night was, I just want to start swearing. I wish I could just swear on YouTube, effing blind and everything, and just turn stuff over in the boat and just smash windows and stuff. Like 32 knot gusts. Yesterday evening, last night, and in that, the seas were reported 3.2 metre seas on our beam, and they were just getting destroyed by waves. It was rubbish. And then rain came along and the wind disappeared for like 4 hours, like gone, not a breath. And then we were left as a bobbing empty Coke can on the surface. Horrendous. Anyway, set to improve today. Come from the east a bit more, and the rest of the week's looking better. So hopefully today onwards things are going to improve on board, the weather's going to improve. It's quite frankly, I've had a guts full. This passage has been absolutely beep, really like that. Anyway, hopefully this will be enough of the negative, enough of the moaning. I'm going to eat my oats, have a coffee, and get on with the day.
Got to try and keep positive thoughts on the boat. It's going to calm down this afternoon and then that'll be it. Well, there's not much more to go through. Atlas is looking after us. We've got to hang on, that's what we've got to do. I should be wearing a life jacket, yeah, but I'm spending most of my time inside, so I can't even bother putting a life jacket on right now. Not how we wanted this.
There you go.
A nice beautiful sailing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, today we passed a huge milestone for us.
Huge.
We've been sailing now, I think, coming up to 3 years cruising.
Yeah.
And today we passed the point where we have sailed halfway around the world.
We've gone from the Western Hemisphere to the Eastern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
And from this point onwards, for wherever we sail, we'll be getting closer to home rather than further away.
Yeah.
We've actually sailed Atlas halfway
Halfway around the world, this boat.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Congratulations, Luke.
Miles down.
Yes!
Yeah!
Halfway round the world! Hooray!
Now if the weather can improve here, it'll be nothing.
I know. That's sun.
This is what sailing's about. Heeling over is absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
If you enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up, share, and tune in next week for more delicious content.
And thank you to all our amazing patrons for your amazing support. You are making our dreams come true. Without you, we wouldn't be sailing around the world. Simple as that.